Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And I also would like to begin by starting off by saying that I am providing individual private divinations. I will post the information down in the description box for those who are interested in getting a reading on a more personal and in-depth level. And it also gives me the opportunity to connect with those who are showing up and hearing the messages. And I will also like to reiterate that I'm feeling the need or feeling a calling to take a next step in terms of explaining or teaching divination, how to read stones. I don't know if this is something that the collective would be interested in, but this is something on the radar. And if it's something that you're interested in, just comment below to let me know if this would be something of interest to you. And if at any point during this process, as I'm doing this reading, and the message resonates with you, please be sure to like, subscribe, or comment below to let me know if this message is resonating or how this message is showing up in your world. And what I've been picking up on, a very strong energy. I think I want to describe it as a new cycle, as if something is breaking through the ground. I'm not particularly sure what this is, but as you all know and who are familiar with my readings, I will get into the messages to see what this energy is about. And with that being said, let's get right into the messages. And the message that's speaking the loudest has to do with the particular cleansing or purification, a certain degree of washing that is going on with you. And it's bringing clarity or bringing a new sense of vision in terms of what you really have access to, what you're really tapped into. Because the keystone is here next to your ancestor stone. And this can make it very different for you, because coming into terms with the fact that you're tapped into something much more different, much more deeper in terms of healing can alter you in a bit. And what I will do is I would like to pull some cards to see what this is about, to see what you have access to. What is this key about? What is the collective energy or the collective consciousness tapping into or have access to at this particular time? Okay. Give me 1 second. Oh, well, of course, that came out. And spiritual impact. The cards that came out was work, healing, silence, and spiritual impact. You're coming to terms with the magnitude of your healing capacity. It's one thing to say that you're a healer, but what does that look like in real time? What does that look like in your day-to-day life? And the picture is starting to be much more clear for you about the healing work that you've been called to do. This may have placed you in a state of silence, in a state of solitude, to really process this. Because this information or this knowledge is abundant, is profound and powerful. Because once you come to terms with the root of it, you'll begin to understand you're here to make spiritual impacts, your spiritual changes ahead of the consciousness, ahead of the paradigm as a leader, providing them with proper informations, alterations, and different ways of maneuvering through the human experience. Things that will come from your mouth has never been heard before, or will never be heard before. This makes me feel as if that you will be quenching the thirst of those who are in need of healing. That's the magnitude of your spirit. That's what this key is speaking about. Because it's going to lead you to the people. It's going to lead you to a community. And your version of healing is going to be paramount. And the way that the water stone is sitting here, the level that your spiritual body is on is ahead of the masses. And it will be able to touch things in other dimensions in a way that calls fluidity of this consciousness, of this spiritual energy, because you're not isolated. You're a part of so many different energy sources that are on different dimensions, on different conscious levels. And breaking free with this version of healing will connect you to your personal medicine. And if you're new here on my channel, I often speak about personal medicine. And personal medicine has to do with the knowledge that everyone on this planet comes here with a certain set of medicine. It's as if you were born with this within you. Likened to Tylenol that works for headaches and pain, as inhaler work for those who suffer from asthma. There's something within you that is medicinal. And because it's placed here in the earth, it lets me know that your particular medicine has to do with helping those who are lost, providing a certain degree of nourishment that has the ability to make people feel at home, feel like they belong here. And there's a unique thing that goes on in this consciousness that has the power to break down the human spirit, to make people feel as if they're less than, to make people feel as if they don't belong. It's a unique sequence of events that goes on. But your energy or your gift, your medicine has the power to make anyone who is lost know that they have a place here on this planet, that their life has a meaning. They weren't born for no reason, regardless of what outside people or the outside consciousness tried to tell them. Even if they don't meet up to this ridiculous idea of a status quo that has been set on superficial material things to invalidate the human spirit. The human spirit in itself has value. And somehow along the way, in the maturation process, in the spiritual development of a human being without the proper acknowledgement of that spirit, of that person. It leaves way too much room for that energy to be beat down. But you're in the right place. You're where you're supposed to be. Because your energy, your gift, has the power to redirect, to reframe a person's frame of mind from going down that path, to let them know that their spirit came on this planet for a reason. There's genius within them. And the reason why you're able to do such things is because you have cultivated enough of yourself, done the work on yourself so much that you have grounded your sense of identity. You've grounded your sense of worth, making it known to others who are lost on their path that they too can achieve this very same thing. Because if you have done it, anybody can do it. And this will give you a visibility to be seen from far away. This is not just speaking to the physical makeup of yourself. I'm speaking to your energy. This energy that you're carrying can be seen as tall as a mountain. People will see you well before they actually see you. And this may work against you and for you because the stones are showing up in a way that lets me know there may be some difficulties as you continue to grow down your spiritual journey. People won't understand why you're choosing the path that you're choosing and doing the things that you're doing. Because unfortunately, some people choose to align in different ways. We're not here to cast judgment, but it doesn't refrain people from judging. And they can't quite put their finger on what you're doing, but they know there's something different about your energy. And it's big. So if you've played a certain role before, you're no longer playing it. And this is causing radical changes in your world. Even in the home life, I can see changes in your family dynamic. Because who do you think you are is what I'm gathering. Unbeknownst to them, you've opened up a new doorway for yourself. Because this energy that you're embodying has not been cultivated in this way before. Subsequently, taking you down a different rabbit hole in terms of how this planet is set up. Doing things your own way. Living by the beat of your own drum. This is grounding you in a power that people have no choice but to look up to you. You're solid. Whether they like what you say or not, whether they like what you're doing or not, it doesn't matter. What matters here is the fact that you're on your way to being an icon, a leader. I don't know if this has a fame attached to it, but the amount of people that are gravitating towards you because of the power of your energy alone. This is going to confuse you. Because little old you, why are people coming to you? You're just living your life and doing what you've been called to do. But the others can see the frequency that you're embodying that has a blueprint like no other. And it has to do with the fact that your wisdom, and this wisdom is cumulative from the work that you have done. I know that it is done in the intangible or in the world of the unseen. However, energy and the knowledge that you have gained has afforded you the spiritual freedom to live life as is. And a lot of people can't account for that. They can't measure up to that because they have bought in and subscribed to other forms of consciousness, other forms of thought processes that works best for them. You're stepping into your work in your devotion by listening to the call of the complexity of your spirit. And once you reach the proper people, you're going to be like a genius. And I mean that in a literal way. Quite literally a genius to them. Because the levels that you have reached in your spiritual process is paramount. Period. Wow. That message was very, very rich. Thank you all for joining me so far. And if this message has resonated with you so far, please be sure to like, please be sure to subscribe or comment below to let me know how this message or if this message is showing up in your world. And what I will do at this particular time is I will pull some cards to see what other messages that the higher energy would like for me to share with you all at this time. What other messages the higher energy would like for me to share with the collective? Oh, give me 1 second. They fell out. One more. The cards that came out were intimacy, turning over a new leaf, and friends. Yeah, this is what I was picking up on, and it's reaffirming in the cards about this new cycle. The cards spoke so perfectly. It's about you turning over a new leaf. Making things much more real for you. Making things much more intimate. You might have stayed in the back. You might have been the type of person that didn't like to be in the forefront of things. But the energy is calling you to the forefront, taking the center stage. The time is now, and you can't escape this. Now you can try to prolong it, but the way the energy is moving forward, this is something that requires your total submission to your calling and accepting that you are a divine being. And you're not here to fit in the mold and live life in a very mundane world, having your house to go to, your job to go to, things in order in that way. Life is very complex. And you're meant to go down this rabbit hole of adventure. Your spirit wants to take you on a very peculiar journey, raising you to a new level. But you have to get rid of these old, outdated paradigms that you've been subjecting yourself to, hanging on to friends that are really, truly may not be your friends in that way. And there may be a cleansing going on in your friendship dynamic, in your friend group. Because this cleansing needs to take place before you step into this new version or this new phase of your life. It's how the saying goes, everyone can't go with you. So if you're experiencing challenges in interpersonal or intimate relationships right now, don't hang on. Your higher energy, your spiritual guides or your ancestors are protecting you from things that you don't even see yet. Period. All right, you guys, with that being said, I'm going to close out tonight's healing circle. If you are interested in a private personal reading that is specifically geared to your journey, I do have the information listed below in the description box. And I will see you guys at the next healing circle. Thank you all for joining.